ESPN is cooked. It's completely unwatchable. Watching Rich Eisen's host Sports Center reminded me that I grew up in a time when ESPN was the golden standard of sports reporting. When my mom used to let me stay up late at night so I could watch Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen recap the day's event, and every single time Barry Bonds used to hit a moonshot to McCovey Cove, Stuart Scott used to tell me that man was as cool as the other side of the pillow. I used to have Jeremy Schaub on the outside the line and sports reporter give me in-depth stories about sports, and it made me feel so connected to the athletes, you know what I'm saying? And if I miss the 11 o'clock show, then I can watch it in the morning time getting ready for school, and it was highlight after highlight after highlight. Now the face of ESPN is a former journalist who has never played a minute of professional sports, who runs his mouth all the time, who is a xenophobe. Remember what he said about Ohtani not being the face of baseball because he couldn't speak English, who defends domestic violence. Remember what he said about Ray Rice, that was so egregious, like he likes to say, that he had to come on the air the next day and apologize. Now I have to sit through this man talking about that I don't care about. It's a reality show. Do I give a Drusky Dusky, whatever the hell, thinks about the sport? No, I want highlights. I want people to tell me what happened in the date's event without their opinion layered on it. It is a reality show. It's completely unwatchable.
TikToker Anna Marte is cooking here.
Don't even get me started on the gambling, because everything is sports. ESPN bet this and DraftKings bets that. It's gotten so bad. The Little League World Series released a statement telling people to do not harass their players because they are children. People are betting on Little League games. That is how cooked sports betting has turned sports. I'm a purist. I don't bet on sports. It's not my thing. Other people do, sure, but don't shove that down my throat. Don't shove down my throat. And last opinion, unpopular opinion, Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, and the fact that he isn't in the Hall of Fame is a travesty, because Barry Bonds, along with Sosa and McGwire, our save baseball in the 90s. When baseball was dying, it was Sosa and McGwire that brought it back, and Barry Bonds is the greatest player in the history of baseball, or at least my lifetime. And ESPN is a joke. It's a joke. Give me a channel that gives me highlights and nothing more. And they just bought NFL Red Zone. I swear to God, if ESPN ruins NFL Red Zone, I'm gonna lose my mind, because all I want to do on Sunday is watch 7 hours of commercial-free football starting right now. And the only person allowed to talk is Scott Hansen. If Stephen A. Smith ruins NFL Red Zone, I am going to lose my mind. God, somebody launch a network that actually gives me highlights in sports and not these talking heads' opinion, because I don't give a... Bring back the old ESPN.
And if you thought she was done, she is not.
The UFC is losing its aura, because every single time I turn on the UFC event, it's like I'm walking into a Trump rally, right? As a woman of color who has been watching the sport for over 10 years and who really enjoys combat sports, honestly, it's gotten to the point that I have my TV on mute until the Bruce Buffer comes on the mic and starts introducing, the fighters, because it's like Trump this and MAGA that and Trump this. Like, bro, do you have no conscience, bro? Do you not know that you have women who watch the sport, people of color who watch the sport? I feel like I'm walking into a Trump rally, bro. And let me not even get started on the main event cards, because honestly, last night's UFC was so underwhelming. The main card, anyway. The fights before the undercards were even better, but the main card, bro, snooze fest. And on top of that, I have to sit through all your MAGA coded content. Grow up, wake up, bro. Like, I don't know if it's a TKO effect, Dana White being on Trump's all the time, but bro, dude, it's losing its aura. It's losing it. And for me, as a person who's loved the sport for so long, bro, it's super disappointing. Do better, bro. Like, you said keep politics out of sports, but you're the first one to plug that, bro. Come on, give us something what we want, bro. God.
No lies detected there either.
Women's greatest fear is being alone, not being with the wrong person. And our greatest fear is being with the wrong person.
No. Our greatest fear is ending up with the wrong partner who might physically, emotionally, and spiritually abuse us, or worse yet, us. Because guess what? Most women are by their partners. And last time I checked, bro, there's a male loneliness epidemic, not a female loneliness epidemic. Y'all the ones who are afraid of ending up alone. We're doing just fine being cat ladies and dog ladies, right? Right? So, who the listens to this guy, right? Does anyone actually listen to this moron? Please don't listen to this moron.
She roasted Andrew Schultz And
Anna, why do you dislike MAGA so much? Anna, why do you think MAGAs are such hypocrites? Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance in the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go visit you?" The king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me."
shout out Anna. I followed her immediately when I discovered the ESPN is cooked video. And let me be clear about something, okay? She's not wrong. If it wasn't for live sports, the network would be gone. It would not exist because she is right. All that we have right now is hot take artists. Yes, there will be some pieces of analysis that stick out. No question. They're bringing on Chase Daniel, who's broken down film rather nicely. Good. NFL Live, good show. The others need work. And it is because this is a medium that has been built up and revolved around one man's image. That is not a way to be. I fully understand, okay? I fully understand how you want to make someone the face of the network, and they have done that with him. But we've seen the trial and error. He does not know boxing. He does not know about the UFC. He does not know about baseball. His NFL stuff is pretty bad. He doesn't know which players play for what teams. He couldn't remember where Hunter Henry plays. Like, he talks so much smack about the W. She's right about Ohtani, which I covered when it happened. You can't be the face of baseball. You got to speak English. Remember what he said about the Nigerian basketball team? This is a farce, what this network has become. We had esteemed journalists, reporters, authors, writers, award winners, when it meant something, who really dedicated so much time to their craft. She's right about Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen and Keith Olbermann, I know. Keith Olbermann and Dan Patrick. I mean, this was a ridiculous list of quality hosts where it was not opinion-based. They were creative with their writing. They were creative with the way that they read their highlights. The last one that still stands, I know Rich Eisen is doing it now, and that's cool. The last one standing is Scott Van Pelt, because he also co-anchored SportsCenter with Stuart Scott. We had the sports reporters, dude, which would be quality viewing. But it's gone because they want to hire, and I get it. That's the wave, but they're riding it. TikTok influencers, Pat McAfee. It's garbage, man. It is. We saw what was the golden era, and now it is a shell of itself. And I do understand that there is this competition within the space because the point of entry is so low that all you need is a phone. That's it. And you could be considered media. That's all you need to get in. Start a YouTube channel, which is good. Let me be clear. But when you are on top for so long, this literally feels like Skype against Zoom. Skype had the advantage for years. ESPN had the advantage for years, and they let it slip away through some very irrational business decisions. I grew up on SportsCenter. I watched the replays over and over and over at night before I went to bed, just like she did. That's why this video spoke to me. And now I agree with this as well. They're bringing on Drewski for sports analysis. Like, the Kevin Hart shtick is just so... Ugh. It's run its course. First Take is not a good show. There are some others, again, that are okay. But we are in... For sports fans, we want information. We don't really care about the hot takes. Some people do. And if it is way out of bounds, we'll check it. But like the sports reporters, E60, Jeremy Schaap, John Saunders, like, oh my God. Where have the times gone? And the direction that they are going in by making McAfee and Stephen A. the faces of the network is out of sheer desperation to try and have as many people stay for live programming outside of live sports. It is a shell of itself, and she's right.